So I wanted to show y'all what this party is going to look like. So that way, if you decide this isn't what I want, you don't have to stay, but you're going to want it because it's amazing. So this is what we're making today. All right. No face required. Okay. What is required is some basic knowledge of the community you live in. And if you're a real estate agent, you've got that anyways. And just an ability to put on that learner's cap, to make some mistakes, to click and then undo frantically and give yourself permission to learn today. So as soon as you give yourself permission to learn, we can jump into it. Chase, are you giving yourself permission to learn?
Absolutely. It's not even a question.
You're like, yes, get on with it. And so we shall. All right. Now, the beautiful thing, and I say this every time, but it's true, about Canva is that it has so many templates. You never have to start from scratch. So I never recommend starting from scratch, because have you ever just stared at a blank document and just felt, I won't go down the deep dark wormhole of that, but it doesn't feel good, right? And you're just stuck there and you're like, I don't know how to get past this. Start with a template that's already started. Okay, easy peasy. So we're going to create a design and we're just going to type in reel and see what comes up. Instagram reel. How did you know? How did you know, Canva? You're so smart. We love you. Okay, now you're going to notice some different things going on here, right? Usually your ad page is up here, it's down there, but actually now it's down below. So this is showing you, it's kind of like when you're editing a video, it shows you kind of like the storyboard of what's going to happen with the transitions and everything. And it's different. So keep in mind, when you want to add a new page, you're going to have to click down here. Okay. Now, remember, I always recommend naming your design, because when you download it and you have untitled design, you have like 30 of those, things can get really confusing. So we're going to do a local coffee shop reel. Enter. Boom. She's named. We love her. All right. So what did I say? I said, don't start from scratch. Let the Canva Pro tutorials be the wind under your wings and lift you up. And as you can see here on the design tab, there's already so many ready to go. They even have a subsection for real estate. So that's pretty fantastic, but we're going to kind of check things out, see what we're feeling. And I really recommend, especially if this is one of your first reels, keep it really simple. See what I did there? See what I did there? We don't want it to be like this horribly complex, confusing thing, because what's going to happen, we're going to get frustrated, we're going to quit, and then the cycle is going to start again, right? So let's keep it simple. This is the one I used for the reel that I showed y'all. So let's use it, right? We already love it. We already know she's great. This is, if you want to pull her up, you can look up travel creator animated Instagram Reels template, but it should come up naturally by design. Okay. Now I'm going to click this and you can apply all 12 pages, or you can pick and choose. Keep in mind that when you are uploading reels to Instagram via Canva, they're going to hit you with a 5-page limit, right? It's either a certain amount of time that you hit, which may be up to a minute, or 5 pages. So keep that in mind, play within those pages. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop in that title slide. And you'll notice this title slide looks different from the other slide that I made. That's because we're going to move some things around. Because what are we doing? We're making it our own, right? We're customizing this template, and it's going to be incredible. So you can zoom in here. You know the drill. And if you're just joining us, let us know how your experience with Reels has been, how you feel about them, and tell Chase happy birthday. Okay. We're homies. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to simplify this, because this is a lot, and I want to keep it simple. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to delete this guy. Don't want him. This guy, I like him. I'm going to draw a box, select all around him, move it right in the middle. Keep in mind there is a drop shadow, so that is going to skew what's technically the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and go up here to more. ungroup. I'm gonna separate them a little bit. I'm gonna work my magic. Do you have to? No. I am just very, what is a nice word for neurotic? Particular about my designs. And so, boom, I like that a lot more. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom back out. I'm going to select these elements and I'm gonna move it a little bit what feels more like the center to me. Okay, that feels good. I like that. That's nice. Now you can select the text here and you can change it to your brand fonts. Highly recommend if we want some brand consistency. If you don't want to change it, cool, don't, right? The value of this reel is the content inside of it, not what font it is, okay? Now, the context of this reel today is going to be like favorite coffee shops in your city here. So I'm going to do, what did I say in the other one? So it's cohesive. Okay. Best coffee shops, because it's like they're like searching for it in Austin. And then, oh, it's 2 lines. What am I going to do? I'm going to make it smaller. Cool. No big deal. And then I'm going to zoom back out. And then the guy hiking doesn't make any sense. So what I'm actually going to do instead is I'm going to select this video. I'm going to delete it. It's gone. Okay. If you delete something and it's an accident, Command Z, baby. It's back. All right. I wish that was the same for real life, but it's not. But in Canva, you can undo your mistakes. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and select this box, go to elements. We're going to pop in a grid. Grids are my favorite. I love them. They save me so much time, effort, energy, mental capacity. Honestly, I think they're the shining star in Canva, personally. Okay, that was kind of dramatic, but they're top 5 for sure. Top 5 for sure. Now, the wonderful thing about Canva Pro is all the incredible elements, photos, videos, audios, stereo, radios, that's included. It's insane the value that's offered. If you don't have Canva Pro, we've got a 45-day free pro trial for you. No obligation. Just give it a try. I will warn you, you will want to stay pro because it's a luxury. It's a luxury experience. Not to be dramatic or anything, but it's probably one of the most luxurious things I've ever experienced. And Canva didn't pay me to say that. So just know that, okay? Now, what I want here is to add some context, some visual context. Now, in a perfect world, you have what's called B-roll of your neighborhood, your city, your town, your village, wherever you're serving, selling, buying houses. And you have some basically just scanning. Oh, wow, this is so pretty. Save that little 5-10 second clip. You can use that on Instagram stories. Just record it, download it, add it to the B-roll. It's incredible. But if you don't have that, we're going to find a workaround for it. I definitely want to recommend you take an hour out of your day and you go around town and just collect 5 to 10 second little clips. And let me tell you, that can be your content for the next 6 months. Guaranteed. And it's going to perform better than any stock video, than any cool marketing video thing that, this company's promising you. B-roll, the actual footage of your community will perform better. Okay. Because it's real. It's not, some curated perfect studio-esque video thing. Okay. So we're going to head to videos. Speaking of perfect video-esque videos, I'm going to pop one in. And because I live in Austin, I'm very lucky that I actually have Austin footage here. So I'm going to type it in, Austin, Texas. You can, if you live near a big city like that, you're more than welcome to type it in, check it out, see if it's available. And if there's anything good. Obviously, you don't want to pick one that's like, here's rush hour. This looks, insanely hot. And you don't want to pick nighttime because you're doing coffee shops, right? Coffee shops are during the night, usually, if you're in a good place. I like this one. This one's kind of moody. It's like, ooh, here's this cool drone shot. So I know you're thinking, oh my gosh, Katie, I have to resize this video perfectly. It's going to be, spend a lot of time. No, grids, baby. That's why I love grids. And if you want to reposition it, all I did was double click. And you can move it around just like that. And it's entirely up to you. But if you like the visual impact of, the contrast in the video, you can keep it. Or if you want it to be a little bit more muted and in your brand colors, this is what you can do. I recommend just moving this grid over just to the side for a second. You're going to select the background, pick your brand color, should be in your brand kit, right? We like brand kits. Brand kits are good. Boom. Let's say classy and refined. This is one of your main colors. And we're going to move this bad boy over. And all we're going to do is we're going to change the transparency. Oh, is this Austin, Texas branded in my brand colors? And I didn't have to do anything? Absolutely. Isn't that incredible? Love it. Okay. Now, one important thing to know is with videos, there's most of the time sound that comes with it. And if we are going to be adding music through Instagram Reels, we might as well just mute it anyways. I think you can do that post-production, but let's just do it now. Make it easy for ourselves. Hit 0, boom, it's muted. And keep in mind, you can watch the time and see how long it takes. The cool thing about this template, you guys, is it's already got some nuance. It's got some exciting things going on, and I'm going to play so you see what I mean, because it's using the typewriter effect on the font. Isn't that fun? I love it. It's like you're typing it into the, I'm such a nerd for these things, okay? And your audience will appreciate it. It's very, what is the word I'm looking for? Clever. Very clever, okay? Are they gonna need 8.6 seconds to see this be typed out? No. We probably only need about, what do you think, Chase? Like 3.5, maybe? Let's see.
Probably 3.5.
And you can kind of test it. Okay, so it's there for a few seconds before it leaves. And I know what you're thinking, Katie, what if it's not enough time for them to read it? Chase, tell them why it's actually good if they don't read it all right away.
Because it'll get your reel more views. And that's what we want.
Watching it. They'll keep watching it. They're like, oh, I missed it. And then I'll go, oh, I missed it again. Guess what? They're going to keep watching. They want it. They need it. They got to have it. So that's our first slide. If you want to add another slide, boom, add a page just like that. Isn't that awesome? So fun. And we're going to go back to the design, and it's going to take you right back to where those templates were. So I'm just going to pop this one in. And I think it's kind of fun because it's like got this location little blurb here. And what I would do is I would just pick 3 coffee shops you are really feeling right now. So I'm going to do bear with me here. I'm just going to do coffee shop number 1 because otherwise I'm going to go on a tangent and we ain't got time for that. Coffee shop number 1. I want to stay focused. I want to be here with you right now. Okay. And here are some different things you can do. If you don't have any footage of that coffee shop, which I really recommend you getting, you just go to the coffee shop. If you're working there anyways, just get a quick little scan. I'm telling you, that is money. Okay. You can use that again and again and again, and no one will care. They will appreciate it. So you're going to name the coffee shop. Don't put coffee shop number 1. Otherwise things are going to get a little bit awkward. Okay. I'm going to select the background again, delete it. If you want this to be in your brand colors, this is what you want to do. It's kind of what we did. It's exactly what we did for the previous slide. So I'm going to select the background color. So last time I did this cute little like lighter color. You can go, try a different color. Very exciting. Do you want to add videos for all of these? Sure, why not? You don't have to, but you can. Let's say you have no footage of your community, which put that on your to-do list because it will change the game for you. If you take one thing away, let that be it. If you don't have any footage of your community, we're going to do this. This is the workaround. Okay. We're going to videos. And let's say there's no videos of your city here. This is what we're going to do. We're going to type coffee. I know. Insane. This Katie girl, she's like crazy. And what we're going to do is we're just going to grab footage of a coffee shop that is basically like indistinguishable. You don't want one that looks a certain way and they're like, that's not Merit Coffee, right? Because, especially in Austin, you have those people and I love them. So we want to pick something that's like a cup being poured into, because they're not going to be like, that's not that place, you know, like that's splitting hairs at that point. So we'll grab, let's do this guy. He looks great. Again, this is where the magic of grids comes in. Okay. I'm going to go to elements. I'm going to go to grid. It's already there. Love it. I'm going to move this. Oh, undo that. Command Z. I'm going to take it. Oh my gosh. And drag it just like that. And I know you're thinking, this isn't my brand color. What are we doing here? First of all, we're going to mute it. Second of all, we're going to turn the transparency down real low. We're going to do like 10. Crazy. I know. Look at how subtle that is. Isn't that nice? You're like, this is so classy. I'm designing it, so I'm obviously biased, but it looks nice. It's subtle. It's not so in your face. Cause like, let's look at the difference between that and that. That's a lot, right? Like that's kind of intense. Let's tone it down a little bit. So I'm going to do 10. Oh my gosh, I keep adding zeros and making it 100 again. Let's say I don't want that part of the video to be highlighted. So I'm going to double click and I'm just going to move it over to my heart's content. And I can see what that looks like when I hit the play button. And I like it. It's great. Now, it's one thing to name coffee shops. It's another thing to give that insider information. So what about coffee shop number 1 is so awesome? What about it? What makes it so great, right? I'm going to zoom in here. I'm going to add some little notes. All I did was copy and paste this. I'm going to move this over here. And what I'm going to do is something crazy. Okay, so make sure you're watching. I have this selected. I'm going to hit shift and I'm going to click this guy and then I'm going to move it over here. Pretty crazy, right? I hope you didn't blink. And what that's going to do is basically going to bring the eyes down so that you can leave some notes for them so they can get the insider local scoop, right? So I'm going to move this up and we're going to add an attribute. What about coffee shop number 1 is amazing? Well, it has outdoor seating. Oh, I love outdoor seating. That's great. What if all I did was copy it, Command C, Command V, that's all I did. Chase, give me something else. What else makes a coffee shop wonderful?
Cozy reading nooks.
Ooh.
Like my favorite coffee shop has a little couch in the corner with some plants around it. And I love going there to sit and read for a bit. It makes my entire week.
I like that, like laid back atmosphere. Like, you know how you guys write these beautiful listing descriptions for homes? Boasts full open floor plan, ample cabinet space. We all know. I know you know adjectives. So do that for this. Keep it short and concise. We don't want a whole listing description, right? We already loathe writing them. We don't need to write more. I usually do rule of 3. It's nice. It sticks to the brain. The brain likes the rule of 3. So I'm just lining all these babies up. And a third one is pet friendly. In Austin, is muy importante, very important, if places are pet friendly, because it's a very pet centric place. And let's see. Let's say I copied and pasted this a little sloppy, right? Maybe I'm hurrying, I'm speeding. I want to get them all tidied up. Now, the most important thing to do is make sure that they are all aligned the same way. So left align. I like left align personally because it reads very nicely, and not everything has to be center aligned. Just telling you. That's what Chase told me, and it changed my life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all those elements. I'm going to hit the 3 dots, and I'm going to hit position, tidy up. So nice. Like the spacing in between is perfect. I love it. It's great. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to move this around, make sure it's in the middle. See those dots? That means it's right in the center. Right in the center. I'm going to move this down. And I'm going to zoom out, and you can see this is what it looks like. Now, if you're like, this is missing a little something, what we can do is we can do some text effects. We can make this name, like we can do a splice if it's a good font for that. I don't know if Garrett's a good font for that necessarily. A thicker font. Oh, that looks nice, right? You do hollow, so you can add effects without adding little icons. But if we wanted to add an icon, I believe the little, like the pin look, like the location is really cute. Oh, if I could type it, just like this. Make it small. Move it around. Change it to your brand colors. I'm gonna make it lighter. I'm feeling froggy. Okay, now I'm gonna make it darker. See, I don't even know. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Boom. Okay, now this is easy, right? Like you already know 3 attributes of 3 different coffee shops in your town because you're the local expert, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm basically gonna take this, make it shorter. Do I need to add any transitions in between? Personally, I think it's a bit much. It's giving like PowerPoint presentation, and we just want it to be quick and easy. And so sometimes you don't need all the bells and whistles. The bells and whistles we're already doing. We don't need to add too much. Less is more, right? We can always add more fun stuff like the music. Let the music and the content be the star. Now I'm going to kind of test this out, see how it feels. Oh, okay. She's a 5. All right. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, lovely. I might shorten this to 3.5. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to do 3.3 for all of them. So I'm going to select this. All I'm going to do is Command C, Command V, but you can also hit those 3 little dots, hit duplicate. Now we're going to do coffee shop. You guessed it. Number 3, just kidding, number 2. And you're going to give me 3 different attributes. Yes, there can be some overlap, but make it a little bit different, right? You enjoy these places because they offer different things. Laid back atmosphere. And if it's 2 lines, you can make it smaller. That's okay. And if you want to expand to 1 line, double click. Oh, love it. Laid back atmosphere, playground for kids. And let's see, one more. Good for groups. That's important, right? Like what if you want to have a little celebration with multiple people? You want to make sure there's space for everyone to sit. That's a big thing, right? Oh, or easy parking. Oh, yes, those are all things that are wonderful. Any small little detail that you can give them that they can't find anywhere else, gold star. Now let's go ahead and change up this visual. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move it over just a tiny bit. I'm going to change the color, because right now I'm actually going to have the color change because it's going to provide that contrast and keep things interesting. Because especially since the main content is somewhat the same format, I'm going to go to videos. What am I going to look up? You guessed it, coffee. So what we're going to look at, and this is if you don't have access to, or if you don't have any B-roll, so like scrolling footage of your community, you can absolutely do this. Do you have to do video? No, you can absolutely just do plain color backgrounds like that. Oops, like that, right? It's entirely up to you. I think the videos adds a little bit of like pizzazz, but if it's not for you, it's not for you. And try it out. See if you like it. If you hate it, don't use it. I'm going to, this one looks exactly the same. I'm going to use this. And I'm going to make it kind of bigger so it doesn't really feel like too, like cliche. I'm really sensitive to like cliches. And I'm going to enter. Oh, see, it's like subtle. It's like subtle. We don't need it to be too distracting. And so we changed coffee shop number 2. We added individual details that are different from coffee shop number 1 and number 3. I'm going to move this to 3.3, and I'm just basically going to copy this one and paste it, move it to the 3rd, right? Because we're switching back and forth, providing that contrast, which is entirely important in your designs. It is very visually appealing. I'm going to type in coffee shop number 3. Remember, you're actually naming them. You're actually listing details. I know you'll be able to do that easily. I just want to make sure we have time to get to what we need to get to. I'm going to go ahead and shorten this by dragging and dropping. Double check that I like how this looks. Move it over. If I don't, hit enter. Double check it again. That feels good. Cool. Now we've added the search, which is the kind of the hook. We've added the 3 coffee shops. Let's add the end and call to action. So you just gave them all this awesome content. Let's give them next steps, right? And not everything has to be real estate related, okay? Conversation is incredibly important. That's how you get engagement. So let's add an invitation to talk to you. So we're going to go to design. And most of these templates will have an end slide. And we're going to hit the plus sign and pop this in. And I'm going to delete this video. I'm actually going to drag and drop. We're going to do, what order do I want to do this in? It changes every single time. I'm going to move this over. No, it's going to want me to delete it. Okay. Sometimes it's finicky. I'm going to add a background color. I'm actually going to do it the same color as the original slide right here. And then I'm going to go to elements, go back to grid, pop that in, and I'm going to go back to video. Again, you can do coffee shop just like this, keep using different clips. You can use the same clip you did in the first one. I'm going to do Austin, Texas. And I'm just going to grab one that feels fun and enticing. I like this one. I'm going to mute it. Remember, mute it. We're getting to the good stuff. And then lower the transparency to 10, enter. And you're like, Katie, this doesn't make sense. What do you want me to write here? I'm going to write, let's see what I wrote previously, because it was good. Did I miss any of your favorite spots in Austin? You're talking to the locals here. Did I miss any of your, you can say favorite local spots, any of your, and then change this by double clicking, typing in there and saying drop in the comments. And I'm saying that because it's kind of casual. We're relaxed, we're chill. We're not like normal realtors. We're cool realtors, right? We're approachable. I'm going to click out of it and then zoom out. And we're going to make this, of course, a little bit shorter. And by a little bit, I mean a lot shorter. Okay. So the whole thing is only 16.8 seconds long. Let's see, start to finish, how we feel about it. We're going to add the music at the end. So just imagine some really cool, fun music. Yeah. Yeah. Look at how cool. Look at how cool. Look at how cool this reel is. Okay. Now, what did I forget? I forgot your handle. We always want to make sure our handle is available. So we're going to do your handle here. Don't type that. Put your handle in, okay? Your handle here. Knowing me, I'd be like, your handle here. And I'm going to make it smaller. It doesn't need to be huge. It can just be real subtle. Real subtle. You don't want it to like be over the beautiful part, right? You just want it to be subtle. You're just like, hey, I'm here. I'm here. In case you're wondering. Okay. Well, she doesn't want to copy and paste, so I'm going to select it again. I'm going to hit Command C. And then I'm going to click here and hit Command V. And then it's going to listen now. Perfect. Can you add it to these? Absolutely. Go crazy. And the cool thing is, if you do it in the same exact spot, it's going to create this cool like visual effect. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to check it out one more time. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Perfect. Love it so much. And I barely did anything. Okay, go ahead.
I said she is stunner.
She is stunner for real. Okay, now we got to the good part, guys. We did the Canva part. Now we're gonna get to the Instagram Reels part. Okay, at this point it's just a pretty little thing. Now let's make it a real reel. Okay, we're gonna go to share, and there's some options you've got here. Okay, you just keep in mind, if you're Instagram business, you can't schedule your reel just yet. I'm sure they are working on it. This is the best course of action for exporting this, in my personal opinion. And it may, keep in mind, Instagram literally changes daily, so it may change. But at the time of this recording, this is, in my opinion, a quick and easy way to do this. So I'm going to go to more, and then I'm going to go to send to phone. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to share my screen on my phone, because I am a woman of technology and I can do this without making any mistakes. Let's see. Can you see my little phone screen?
Not yet. I think you have to stop sharing your computer.
Oh, okay, got it. See, I'm a woman of technology.
There we go.
Here we go. We're going to go to the photos. We're going to scan. We're going to scan. Woohoo! I'm going to click this link open. Oh my gosh, look at us go. We're thriving. And there it is, right? Now I'm going to go to download. I'm going to go to Instagram personal. I know you're thinking, oh my God, what if I have a business account? Doesn't matter. It's going to ask you, what do you want? What do you want to be downloaded? You're just basically going to do the drop-down menu and you're going to hit maximum limit 1 through 5. You say, I want all of them. Give me the limit. I'm hitting the limit today. Hit continue. And it's going to give us this wonderful, inspiring little quote while we wait. So we can always stay inspired. Okay, here she is. She is ready to be posted. We're going to hit not story, not messages, but feed right in the middle. Boom. Oh my gosh, guys, this is our reel. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? This is so exciting. Now let's add some music. Let's make it pop. Okay. Oh my gosh. I love this song so much right now. Do you guys like this song? Miley Cyrus. Oh, I'm going to hit done. Look at this. I'm going to hit next. Always allow. Sure. I'm going to hit edit cover. Watch this. I'm going to drag and drop this. Boom. And guess what? You got the cover, and then at the top, under done, you see profile grid. You can drag and adjust this. Isn't that exciting? What a time to be alive. And then hit done. So we have our cover. We have our reel. We have our incredible song by Miley Cyrus, Flowers. It's trending. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, she knows this song. She's so cool. We have so much in common. She likes Miley Cyrus and coffee in Austin. Me too. I want to buy a house from her. That's exactly the stream, how it goes. Now, I definitely recommend tagging some people. Who are we going to tag, Chase?
The coffee shops that we did the reels with, or that we included in the reels.
Boom. So if I had tagged Merit, if I wrote Merit instead of coffee shop number 2, boom, I would tag them. And then I would keep tagging. Well, I think you can only tag one right now. So pick your favorite. Oh, maybe. No, I don't know. That's weird.
Maybe if there's like a city Instagram account, you could tag the city.
Oh, I like that.
And then you can always tag the coffee shops in the actual caption.
Oh, you can tag multiple. Yeah, you just have to. Boom. I was just a little nervous. That's all. So let's say give me another coffee shop in Austin. Cosmic Coffee. Cosmic. Woo! And so let's say those are the 3 people I mentioned. I'm gonna hit done. And you can add some topics. Look at how crazy this gets. If you're at this point like, oh my gosh, this is too much, don't worry about this part. Hit done and move on. So you can do, coffee. Cool. Let's just hit done. And we can add location. Do you add this? You can only add one location. So I recommend just doing the city. So Austin. How are we looking? Oh, we're at a caption. What do we want to write for our caption? I love the idea of telling people, get ready to screenshot, right? Because they're going to want some coffee recommendations. And if you give them that immediate heads up, they're going to be like, oh, they're going to pay attention, right? What am I screenshotting? I see the caption something like, get ready to screenshot my current top 3 coffee shops in Austin, and then break a line and do at Cosmic Coffee if you're looking for XYZ. Name the 3 things. Enter line and at Merit Coffee if you're loving 1, 2, 3. right? Those same three things. You're basically pulling the content inside the reel and putting it into the caption as well. And then so list all three of those out, tag the businesses, and then again, reuse that call to action. Say, did I miss your favorite? Drop it in the comment. Let me know. I want to go. I want to check it out. Okay. And then as soon as you write that caption, hit OK. Next. And so it's going to tell you a little heads up if you haven't shared in a while, and hit share. Oh my gosh, that scared me. I'm like, who am I calling? Oh, that one hurts a little. It's a little too real. And so there it is. Okay. And so if you want to, you can save to your device, remove for grid, boost it. I mean, shoot, boost it. Pin to your reels, pin to your profile. I think that's a pin for your profile. I really do. I really do, because it's great. So yeah, guys, that was it. How do we feel? Feel free to drop the questions inside the chat, and we will tackle them accordingly. And if there's none, applause is also welcome for Chase, since she was born today.
Oh, my Lanta. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that you had stopped the screen share, and I'm looking at the Facebook Live, and you had flowers playing for a second, and I did like a little dancey dance.
And it was gone.
Yeah.
That happens to the best of us. I
wasn't prepared to be on camera in that moment, and I was on camera. So awesome. So I'm not seeing any questions coming in. I'm going to refresh the page really quick to make sure Facebook is updating, because sometimes it's finicky. But I do not see any questions. You're so welcome, Jen. We hope that it was helpful. We hope that it taught someone something.
Oh, it did.
It for sure it did.
Awesome. This is what we want to do. We want to teach you guys all the things with Canva. So don't be shy in letting us know what you want to learn how to do. We love teaching. Look at how much fun we had today. It should be illegal. We want you to have the same amount of fun when you're marketing your business and growing your business. And so if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. And otherwise, we will see you next week.
Yes. In the meantime, too, if you do want to try Canva Pro for free for 45 days, the normal trial is 30 days, but we've got a special link for you that I put in the comments, so you can just grab it really quick. But we'll check the comments after this live is done and we hop off, and we will hop in and answer them accordingly. But we will see you next time.
Bye, guys. Have a good one. Keep designing.